Hey guys, welcome to another map review. This map being Shallow Creek Valley, a 4-player map that has a little bit of greenness to it, you might notice. This is brought to you by Wooden Panels, who says he just got back into map making after watching my excellent reviews. I don't know about that. I'd love to know what you think of it. My major concerns are the strength of the dropped items and openness of the bases. I also dislike making completely symmetrical maps, so as a result, balancing issues might come into play. I don't think it should be a big deal here, but I'd like to hear your thoughts regardless. Love your content. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's start off with a little bit of a zoom out just to show you the entire map. You can see there's some bridges there connecting essentially either side to one another. I assume this is going to be a 2 versus 2 map, but it might be a free-for-all. It almost looks like it could be free-for-all, but let's go into the details. Map description. Okay, it is 2 versus 2, so we need to treat it as such. So 2 players, I assume, are going to be spawning this side. Unless there's... Are there fixed locations? I just out of curiosity, whether that's been done or not. It should be player properties or ally properties. No, not ally properties, player. Fixed starting location. You could potentially do fixed starting location. But I don't know whether it's always going to put you... I mean, you could always look at it in the sense that you could be top versus bottom on this map, and I don't think it would hurt you too much to have it as top versus bottom. That just makes it a bit more spicy in that sense, really. But assumably this is going to be left versus right, so I'll kind of treat it that way. So going back to the map description. Don't let the pleasant name fool you. This region has been overrun with corruption and bloodshed. Be sure to take control of the central river and drive your enemies into the hills. Okay. So we need to drive them into the hills and control the river, because in the middle of the river be taverns where you get your heroes, and most importantly a marketplace for some awesome items to pick up on your way to your enemy base and show them what you bought. Perhaps it's a Book of the Dead, maybe it's a Furbolg, or maybe it's a Doomguard. What the hell's a Doomguard anyway? Isn't that some sort of pit lord thing? Oh, I don't know anymore. I'm pretty sure that's legit. Okay, so let's start off looking at player 1, who is going to be very identical to player 2 in this position. Like, these creeps are going to be the same as the ones down here. So again, when it comes to these map reviews, you kind of want to look at it from the... There's only so many creeps I need to check out, and then that would basically technically cover the whole map. I wonder if you could play this as a 1 versus 1 map. I don't know if it really works as a 1 versus 1 map because of the way the mines are placed, but I was just thinking out of curiosity, because we do technically have creeps here. And the only way these creeps spawn is if there's less than 4 players. So let's have a look at them anyway. Level 6 charged item. Well, considering it's level 31 in total, I'm okay with that. So that's alright. Oracle, I believe, can rejuvenate. Yep, and he can roar, so it's quite a nasty one. Does this guy have Ankh? Yeah, reincarnation. Jeez, that is quite a tough camp. So level 6 charged item is pretty awesome. Out of curiosity, just refresh my memory. What is level 6 charged item? I believe that is like the Doomguard and all that. It has to be. Yeah. Demonic figurine, Inferno stone, ice shard. So this is a pretty tough creep camp to do to get that. You can on Marketplace, like another 4 versus 4 RT map. You can find the Inferno stone potentially from a relatively easy creep camp to do. It's not too easy. The knight isn't the easiest thing to kill, but still doable. Anyway, I get distracted. So you got 2 small green camps, and I don't like the positions of them. Well, this one in particular. It's like the most convoluted, annoying way to get to the back. There's a map on the ladder, 4 versus 4 RT. The name escapes me, but basically you have these trolls kind of behind your base that you have to almost travel up a ramp to get towards, and it's very similar. I don't like that so much. It's like a little bonus. Like, if you've got nothing else left to creep and your enemies are controlling the map, maybe you come back and do this, but I'd rather it be a tougher creep camp so that at least it's something to fall back onto. This is only level 8 in total. We have a level 2 charged item. Nothing particularly special to, you know, get from that, and it's a bit out of your way in terms of travel time. It's okay. I just don't like coming back on Battlegrounds. That's the one. That is, thank you, chat. That is the name of the map, Battleground. Yeah. So I just don't really like that sort of thing. I like paths that lead to creeps, not paths that go back to creeps and you have to come back on yourself. I like a more fluid feel. Think of how a river would flow, and that A river would not flow upstream and then come back on itself. Anyway, I'm being a bit harshly critical there for no real reason. We've got a level 3 rogue wizard who's going to drop a level 1 permanent item. That's perfectly fine. Level 7 creep camp. Not particularly amazing item, but still easy enough to kill this guy and then ignore the other creeps if we want, or continue to creep them and get some extra experience. Now, that's a really tough creep camp, so we'll ignore that for now. Let's look at the players' alternative to gold mines. You got one either side, one on the high hill, which is harder to reach, kind of, because you have to go up another level, or at least up one level, because technically this is... No, that is one level there, so that's ground level. That's first level. This is second level, so this is up another level. And bear in mind that if you have a bunch of towers here, you'll really easily defend this, whereas this one at the back is defended from a position of being super hard to get to, and it's wedged in between the two players' base, so you could kind of argue, really, it's debatable which one is actually the stronger mine to take, because both have their merits. The one at the back, I suppose, would technically be better because it's just further away from the enemy, but you could still easily defend this. Anyway, we got a creep camp here, level 21 in total. That's the tough creep, but he does drop a level 5 permanent item. I think that's okay because generally, like speaking, these guys on Marketplace, they drop a level 6 charged item. So I think I'm okay with that. Claws of attack plus 12, very, very powerful. So bear that in mind. You could creep. He's not an easy guy to creep, but not that easy. But doable. Level 5 permanent item could certainly change the game. Level 4 permanent item from these guys. Level 2 power up item. Level 21 in total. It almost might be a little bit... No, it's okay. I'm okay with level 4 permanent item. But this creep camp's easier, isn't it? It drops a level 5 permanent item. I don't know. I mean, it's a strange map, but 2 versus 2 maps do throw me off, to be honest with you. They do throw me off a little bit in terms of the balancing. So it's not an easy thing to balance. Oh, hello, guys. I realised what I just did. That's why I'm not seeing it. Silver Iron. Oh, my goodness. 13 months in a row. Thank you very much for that. I've got the monitor capture above the CLR browser, which is why it's not coming up on the screen. So, yeah, thank you very much, Silver Iron, for the support. Over a year now. Blimey. Go towards 2 years, maybe. 2 years. How long? I don't even know how long I've been streaming for. Kind of on and off for like 2 to maybe 3 years, but generally speaking, for a year and a half, I'd say. More focused. Right. I feel twisted regarding these creeps. They don't feel organic. Like the positions, the terrain, the development, the aesthetic, the feel. It doesn't match for me. You need way more doodads. I don't know, like some barrels and shit. Just give it a little bit of feel. You know. No, we don't want a gate. That's a bit much. Gate's too much. That's too much. You have got... You can have one of these. So that kind of thing. You just need more doodads. You know, surrounding your creep camps, your mines, your shops, that kind of thing. To give it a feel like it's a lived-in area. At the moment, it's very barren and bare, which is kind of what's making it stand out more than it should do for me personally. German, am I going to play some matches today? Yeah, a little bit later after this, so I shall do. It's a random question from Little Hairy Dwarf. What do I think about the new upcoming game, Mount and Blade Bannerlord? Not much, because I've never heard of it until you mentioned it, so I don't know. I can't answer that, I'm afraid. Let's have a look here. Okay, so we've covered basically the creep camps in between the two players. Now let's delve towards the middle of the map and probably start with the very middle of the map, which has got these 2 green camps. So these guys over here. Okay, this is a better example of what I was just mentioning. So you've got these houses here, a little well, and a tent. That feels lived in. That's great. This is what you need to do. So you've done it here. You just kind of didn't do it back here. It feels so bare there. Compare that to that. Do you see what I mean? So just kind of develop this a little bit more and spread it out over these areas as well. So anyway, coming back to these guys, we got Switch to units. Level 7 in total. Level 2 permanent item. That's actually really good. Level 2 permanent item. Although, to be fair, he's 400 health, so actually that's okay. I'll go with that. If he was like 240 health or something like that, it would be a bit much, but yeah. 400 health, that's fine. So, do I play Town of Salem? No, I don't. I think I remember Albert talking about it. He got into it, and then I don't think he plays it anymore. But that was a while back, that was. Yep, so over here... Oh my goodness, that's a lot of Murlocs coming up to a bridge. I don't know whether you can walk down here. Let's find out. Let's get a hero and drag him. This is one way to do it. If you pick up a hero and drag him underneath, technically he can go underneath the bridge. He can't go through here, but he can go through the middle. So you could technically go underneath the bridge here. Your units are just going to go in like single file if you do choose to do so. And you've got this tiny little ramp here, but you're not going to be able to get much through it. I think certain units won't actually be able to make it through, like the hero can. But could a steam tank make it through? Yeah, it could. Okay. Don't think you're going to get much bigger than a steam tank, really, for units other than a demolisher. Yeah, technically, units can pass through that gap, so you are okay on that, but that is a really small ramp there. I don't know if that's deliberate, just to make it harder for people to get in and out, so if they do decide to come up or go back down, it's going to be much more of a commitment. You can't turn back on yourself very easily. Over here, we do have... Well, actually, did I do these creeps first? No, not yet. Level 3 permanent item. Not easy to get to this guy though, because he's all the way behind these, and again, if you want to get to him from behind, you have to come down here. You're probably going to aggro these. So let's have a look at this. Level 3 permanent item. In total we have 15 levels, so that's pretty respectable. One thing I haven't actually mentioned so far is this is something you're going to need to do, okay? All creeps, generally speaking, unless they're specifically not needed, should be on a 200 acquisition range. Now, what I mean by that is it's the level of range. Let me give you an example. So these guys right now, if I have a grunt that's over here, okay, that's about 500 range. Maybe 400. That's like about 500 range there, okay? If this grunt walks from here to here, those creeps are going to chase after him. But what you do, if I can bloody put them back now, cool, they're very specifically placed. There you go. Is if we highlight them all, double click on them, go to target acquisition range, and change it to camp. That means that this grunt can probably walk this close to these creeps without aggroing. Any closer than that and he'll aggro. So sorry, 500 range is actually more like here. So really quite far away you would still pull this creep camp. So all of these creep camps, they kind of need to be 200 acquisition range, so that's up to you to do. I'm not actually going to make these changes, nor am I going to save any of the changes I make. When I play the game, it's going to be as you created it, and then we'll just see as a demonstration. We'll test that, hopefully, if I remember when we go into a game, whether I'm right or wrong about that. But the only creeps that you do have on 500 acquisition range are ones that are guarding the gold mine, because the gold mine is very valuable and players can sometimes manipulate creeps. Say for example these guys had a 200 acquisition range. These creeps would be easier to manipulate because you can get closer to them, potentially build an Ancient of War, that kind of thing. I will actually just out of curiosity test that for my own sake. So let's do that. Let's give you an example. Let's see what happens. These guys have got 500 acquisition range. These guys have got 200 acquisition range. And there's a grunt there. And we'll do the same. There'll be Murlocs down here. May as well put it to the test, I suppose. But I'm curious. Right. So these guys down here have the 200 acquisition range. So theoretically, I should be able to build an Ancient of War there and not aggro. Okay. So that's proof right there. You can manipulate this creep camp. And typically, On all melee maps, you're not allowed to do this because getting yourself easy access to a gold mine is a really big deal. Whereas, as you can see over here, if I build, as you can see, he's built like that far away. If I build, say, even further away, that's what happens. That's acquisition range. That's the reason why these guys by gold mines should have a longer acquisition range, because they need to guard it like mad. So these right here, actually let's go down to here. These Murlocs have a 500 acquisition range. Maybe I was right. Let's see if I aggro them. Okay, there you go. So that's about 500 aggro range. So even if I bring my grunt all the way over here and run across, that only aggro because he actually went up like that. If I went dead straight as I should have done, that wouldn't have aggroed. But he got close enough. As you can see, this grunt had to get way closer. So that's kind of why you need to put in 200 acquisition range as opposed to 500 acquisition range. We can actually do that again. So that's pretty damn close. Now let's go this way. Oh, no, you... What? That must be because of the actual pathing over here. It's the fact that it's a hill. I right-click almost directly to the side and he goes almost in this diagonal fashion. Okay, that's curious. Let's pull you back over here. Will you aggro... Right, okay. Let's just do this, shall we? Because right now that... These guys are all fucked up anyway. Okay. If you go there you go. You're going dead left, right now. Look at this distance between that guy. You see that? Look at this distance between these guys. Much larger. He should still technically aggro, I believe, if I send him to the right. Will he? Cool. That is some aggro right there. Whereas this guy, who goes directly to the right, shouldn't aggro. And that was that much distance. Alright, that was a convoluted way to get to that point, but that does kind of explain how acquisition range works. So again, like, if you're Night Elf, you kind of like creep this and then do this. It's not easy to do, to be fair, anyway, because they're trolls and they're ranged, but it's just easier to be exploited, so come out of that. That's kind of like all your acquisition ranges explained. So all creeps, pretty much, aside from the gold mine creeps, need to be blue like this. When they got 200 camp acquisition range, it means that they're going to look blue. So let's go over to these creeps now. What have we got in total? We have level 16 in total. This dude in the middle is a high troll priest. He's going to drop level 3 charged and level 1 power up item. Okay, I'm okay with that. It's a little no, it's a tiny bit stingy, but it's okay. I'm alright with that. So let's move on past these cramps. Plus it's by the Fountain of Health. I'm not the biggest fan of all these creeps, the way they look and they feel. Like, I don't think this looks right. It's interesting though, because you need to kind of come from behind if you want to get the actual item, or you could drag him out and try to kill him, but it kind of works. Because if you want to get through this river to this path over here to this Fountain of Health, instead of having to come around here, you got a direct line through the middle, but you got to go through the creeps. So I'm kind of okay with that. I've not ever seen this really done before though, where you can go underneath the bridge. That's very rarely done in a game. Now let's look at the shop over here, because this has level 13 in total. Did I just put a wizard down there? Yes, I did. We got level Renegade Wizard, and he's going to drop a level 3 charged item. That's perfectly fine. That creep camp makes sense. That works for me. If you want to get to the shop, it's a little bit of a gamble, though, because as soon as you go through this path, you are in a dead-end scenario. But you could always buy a town portal, I suppose, so it kind of makes sense that if anything is going to be there, it's going to be a shop. Then next will be laboratory, so you can buy a Zeppelin and escape. So what you will notice is that symmetricality, as he was mentioning, is a little bit different here. You go up a ramp on... No, you don't go up a ramp. It almost looks like you do. This path's a little bit longer, a little bit more bizarre. You have the shops at the top, not at the bottom. So this is where it might become an issue if it was the 2 players at the top that are going to spawn versus the 2 players at the bottom. So you definitely need fixed locations, in my opinion. Because otherwise the 2 players at the top are going to have easy access to the shops, and the players at the bottom are going to be screwed because they get a fountain of health. But the people at the top get a fountain of health. So, I guess, like you said, you don't like symmetrical maps, but this should obviously be at the bottom, because you've got one at the top here. But that's your prerogative. I don't agree with it. I think it should be symmetrical, and one of those should be at the bottom, but, you know, that is what it is. Okay, I think we did those creeps. We've done these. We've done these. We kind of covered them all. It's just the red creep camps to do now. Both of them at the bottom. These two are identical by the looks of it. So let's have a look and see what we get. Level 6 permanent item. Okay, now we're talking. That is a biggie. That is level 21. It's actually not the highest level creep camp ever for a level 6 permanent item. But it's not easy. That, if the level 6 item is going to be on anything, it should really be a Granite Golem. 1500 health, immune to spells. It's pretty badass. So yeah, you're not going to have an easy time breaking through that. So I'm okay with that under the scenario. It's also 2 versus 2, so you're going to work together and kill it. As for the general feel of the map, I think it gets better towards the middle. Like, it's got more of a purpose. Like these lines and these pathways, you can go underneath the bridge or go down the river, back over the bridge again, that kind of thing. But on the player's side, I feel like it's a little bit drab and not very well executed. So I think you might need to work on that. General tips would be to not have creeps behind the camps and to have them like over here or something. More focus towards heading towards your opponent or towards your ally rather than heading back on yourself. That kind of thing. But the closer you get towards the middle, the better it gets, in my opinion. The more of an actual feel this map has, like its actual purpose, its actual design, its philosophy, so to speak. Now, who the hell lives here, out of curiosity? It's like the worst place to live ever. Seriously. I suppose if you walk out there, you've got to make sure that you don't fall off into the river, into the trolls, because they ain't going to treat you very well. Okay, that is Shallow Creek Valley. We will take a look at this map as well, hopefully today, and see how it plays out. And, oh! Grimrock bloody picked dark green and I wasn't paying enough attention. Frick's sake. Okay. Welcome to Shallow Creek Valley gameplay. Human and Orc, Gagoo and Sexy Time versus Undead and Orc, Mineral and Grim Rock. There is a little... I'm not even going to tell you actually what the little twist is. I want to see if you can work it out yourself, and then I'll tell you at the end of the video. But there's a little twist to this condition right now. So I want to see how that plays out and whether that really does screw us over big time. But I think it's just more for humor's sake, if anything. Now, do we want to go for a fast expansion here, bearing in mind how easy this creek camp... Well, they're not really easy to do, but 2 players that know what they're doing to a degree should be able to manage it without really taking too many losses. So the question is will the opponents come towards us? And if they do come towards us, they've probably got quite a bit of a distance to come towards, I would have thought. So we'll have to wait and see on that.
Ready to work. Off I go then.
The wood is actually pretty far away. That's one thing I didn't actually point out during the map review, and that's, yeah, that's definitely a pointer. A lumber mill is going to be very useful on this. Yeah, the wood is pretty far to travel to for the most part, so bear that in mind. I think a lumber mill over here might be quite tasty. Oh, hello. There you go. You can do it. Since you've manned up to the task. I'm not sure if I've got 5 in a gold mine. Yeah, I think I do. Oh yeah, I do. Definitely do.
Yes, my lord. More gold is required. What is it? What?
You guys work on that. Carry on getting the footman. Go for the expansion. Trolls or the... I think these could be manipulated.
Job done. More gold is required. Is it ready to work? Ready for action. What is it? Yes, my lord. What? Yes, my lord.
I'm not going to creep it just yet because I can't. So I could go do that green creek camp for the time being and work my way towards it.
Well,
Or we could just build up.
what is it?
and get ready to do it. I think we'll build up and get ready to do it.
Well? What? All gold is righto. Yes, my liege. Well? More work. Off I go then. Orders. Right. What is it now? What do you need? Get on. Yes, my lord. Well? For glory! Yes, my liege. Require my assistance. On my way. Yes, my liege.
Could happen.
What? Orders. Of course. You need attack! Well? Yes, my lord. Get on. Say the word. Yes,
Footman taking a bit of a brunt here.
let me out.
But this should be doable. Just a little messy, that's all. The poison is really difficult.
Attack! Our allies.
What'd you get? Cloak of Flames? Oh no, it's not. Why did I think it was a charged item? I guess I've forgotten. But either way, we'll take Cloak of Flames. It's kind of a funny item to have on a Tinker. And everything was crept there. Maximum damage taken. But I don't think I lost any units, so that's pretty awesome. The question, can I even... Oh shit, that's really bad news to have a frickin' Blade Master. That was a big gamble of them to go that far. Blade Master's here.
More work. Ready for action. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. What is it? Orders. Well, what?
God, it's such a nightmare to deal with first as a Blade Master when all your units have like 0 health.
Work. Yes, my lord. What is it?
One more
Done.
coming in.
To back job's done. Yes, my lord. All work. All right. Off I go then. Yes, my lord. Well? What? You require my assistance. Ready for action. All work. What do you need? Right. Of course.
Yeah, I guess he probably did leave. It's long enough now.
Orders.
That definitely hurt. After creeping that without losing anything, on minimal health, and then the Blade Master comes in, that's a bit harsh. But we've got an expansion now.
All right.
And I don't know whether they'll have an expansion, considering that's a level 1 Blade Master coming and harassing. It's much more likely that they don't. And thanks for the heals there.
On my way. Ready for action. Yes, my liege.
I think it was level 21.
Upgrade. Yes, my liege.
Yeah, troll. Well, they're kind of easy. Not super easy. Easy enough.
What do you need? More
Right, at least that's got some defenses now.
orders. Well? Yes, my lord. Righto. Well? Yes, my liege. Ready for action.
Everything's easy with the Tinker.
For glory! Yes, my liege. Well?
Was this guy? I don't think either of them. I must be these guys that dropped their level 6. I can't actually remember now, to be fair. It wasn't even that long ago I did the map review. Like, not even like an hour or so ago, but I've forgotten the items. Sobi Master, that's good.
What? You need?
It's good for either of us, really.
Do what is it? Say the word. Job done.
We should try to maybe do shop and that.
What do you need? Orders.
Get some of that shop stuff.
Say the word. What? I can't build that. All right. What is it? Yes, my lord. Well? You need? What is it?
Want level 3 on the Archmage.
What? Off I go then. Work. Yes, my lord. What is it? Ready for action. Right. Yes, my liege. Say the word. What is it? Orders.
Wait for the next purge. Go for Water Elemental. There we go. Oh no, it's not the next purge actually. There's the next purge.
You need?
That lightning shield.
What is it? Take your time. The engine's
I would have thought he'd buy. He might not buy boosted speed because his hero's already quite fast.
done. What is it? More work. I can't miss the door.
Kind of want a shredder.
What do you need?
Sexy Time's already got quite a lot of gold, but I could definitely feed.
Yes, my liege. Ready for action. For glory!
Ah, there's the acquisition range kicking in. really need to get a health potion, health scroll,
On my way.
because footman health is looking really appalling.
Right. Well, you require my orders? Yes, my liege. What do you need? Orders? I'm in order. Upgrade complete. What do you need? Get on. Yes, my liege. Well,
Nice catch though.
you need? Get on. Yes, my liege. You require my
Alright, I'm going back up to the shop, just so I can get a scroll of healing.
Yes, my lord. I can't do that. Well, orders? Say the word. What is it?
That's probably the one that actually drops an item as well.
Yes, my under attack. On my way. You require my
Yep, it is.
I'm in order.
Troll lol.
Right.
Ah, shit.
I'm in order. Well, say the word. What is it?
It's all going wrong.
Get on.
Don't really want to use my scroll of healing now.
Require my assistance. What? Get on. Job done. You require my assistance. To battle. Orders. What is upgrade complete? Well, ready for action. Yes, my liege. What is it now?
What is it? Right,
You require my assistance. Get on. Further. Orders. You require my assistance.
Undead imbalance kicking in there.
Well, get on. Orders. Yes, my liege. Orders. What is it now? Say the word. What do you need?
Yes, me lord. What?
Well,
All right, who wants some?
what is it now?
Our town is under siege. Aye. I'm coming through.
Well,
What?
you require my assistance.
Fuck me, acquisition ranges. What the hell? These creeps have aggroed from there. That's what I was talking about, the acquisition range.
Our town is under siege. Yes, me lord.
That's stupid.
You require my assistance.
Our forces are under attack. Yes, me lord. Oh, back out
Get
then.
on.
Wait till you see me in action.
What the hell? Why is he coming over here? Did he see me? That's a bit of a commitment to come in here, isn't it?
Wait till you see me in action. Give me something to do. Out of the way. What? What is it? Yes, me lord. Aye. Wait till you see me in action.
What is it? You require my assistance.
Give me something to do. What is it? Yes, me lord. What? Right,
What is it?
oh, word.
You require my assistance. What?
Yes, me lord. All right.
What is it?
Oh, word.
Well, yes, my liege. You require my assistance.
Yes, me lord. Upgrade complete.
Get on. You need.
Do.
Well, say you require my assistance. Get on.
What?
You require my assistance.
Aye.
What?
Wait till you see me.
Try harder.
What is it?
Ready to work.
Get on.
Aye. Ready
You
to
require
work.
my assistance.
Give me something to do.
Well, you require my assistance. Get on.
Wait
Say
till
the
you
word.
see me in action.
What is it now?
Aye.
Well, what do you need? What is it now? You
Research.
require my assistance.
Wait till you see me in action.
Well,
Job's done. Job's done. Yes, me lord.
well,
Give me something to do.
for glory.
Aye. Wait till you see me in action.
Well, orders. Right. You require my assistance. Fine.
Give me something to do.
What is it now? Perfect.
Job's done.
I can hardly
Wait till you see me in action.
fine. Get on. What is it What?
Aye.
Get on. You require my assistance?
Brilliant.
Well,
Our allied town is under siege. Wait till you see me in action.
what is it?
What is it?
Get on.
Yes, me lord. What?
You require my assistance?
Forces are under attack.
Get on.
Aye.
I am building wrong for this, by the way, but I'm kind of doing so more because I kind of want to build what I'm building, which isn't good versus this.
You require my assistance? Well, get on. What? You require
Wait till you see me in action. Give me some. You need. Our hero back on. More words.
Well,
You need.
you require my assistance?
Yes, my lord.
Well,
What?
you require my assistance?
Say the word. What is it?
Get on.
You need. More words.
You
Yes,
require
my lord.
my assistance?
Aye, sir.
Get
Our
on.
allied town is under siege. You can count on me. Job done. Aye, sir.
What is it now?
You can count on me. Say the word.
Well,
What is it? More lost. Yes, my lord. Our allied town is under siege.
get on.
All right. Forces are under attack. Aye.
Look, it's hammer time.
Hardly
Get on.
Yes.
What? What is
Aye.
it? You require my assistance? Get on.
What?
What is it?
Forces are under attack.
Well,
Wait till you see me in action.
fine. What?
I can hardly wait.
Perfect.
I can hardly wait.
Give me some. Wait till you see me in action.
More balls. Get on.
Our town is under siege.
What is it?
Yes, me lord. Aye.
You require? Get on.
Aye.
You need. Well,
Yes, my lord.
what?
Our forces are
You
under
require
attack.
my assistance?
Research. Aye.
What is it?
Give me some. Say the word. Wait till you see me in action. You need.
You require?
Our town is under siege. Give me some. Say the word. Aye.
Well,
Yes, my lord.
get on.
Wait till you see me in action.
You require my assistance? Get on.
Our forces are under attack. Brilliant. Research.
You require my assistance?
Research.
Well,
My creeps are getting killed. My units rallying in are getting killed by fucking creeps. Acquisition range. Take some creep.
Wait till you see me in action. What is it? Aye.
well, get on. What is it?
Give me some. Do.
Get on.
Build more walls. Wait till you see me in action. Yes, I do. Aye.
Perfect.
Give me some. Do.
Perfect.
Job done.
I can hardly wait.
Fine.
Aye. Wait till you see me in action. Ah, count me in.
Require my assistance? Fine.
Already go.
Our town is under siege. Aye, sir. You can count on me. Forward. It's hammer time. Horses are under attack. What? What is it now? Build more bombs. Our town is under siege. I can't build that. Forward.
What? What is it now?
Our horses are under attack.
Get on. You require my
Build more bombs. Give me some. Dude. Aye. Give me some. Dude. Move it.
Get on.
Supply.
Level 3 water elemental's very nice indeed. What are you doing?
You require my
Wait till you see me about. Job done.
Focus on the Lich here.
Our town is under siege.
Fuck, he managed to get a coil off just about. That's so fucking jammy.
Aye. Give me some. Dude.
What is it?
I'm your farmer. Aye, sir.
There, didn't really lose any griffins there. Oh, wait. Nope, still got a shit ton of them left. That used up a ton of bats, still got tons of griffins because I was upgrading armor. And I spread them out as best as I could, so that was super good. Take some of that, please.
What is it now?
Heal those up.
You require my assistance? Whatever.
It's hammer time.
What is it now?
Give me some. Count on me.
What is it now? You require my
Aye, sir.
He does have an expansion at the back.
Wait till you see me about.
Get on.
I'll do what it takes. Give me something to do.
Get on.
It's hammer time.
There's a lot of fucking griffins.
Aye, sir.
I actually need an extra group for this amount of griffins.
I'm your farmer. Wait till you see me about. Give me something to do. Aye.
What is it?
That's great. You can count on me. Wait till you see me in action. Aye, sir.
Get on.
Aye. You can count on me. Wait till you see me in action.
Oh, that focus!
Aye, sir. Aye. Give me something to do. You can count on me. Aye. You're the boss.
You require my assistance?
I'll do what it
What is
takes.
it now?
I'm your farmer.
Full armor.
Research complete.
Can I help
Oh, should get... Oh, he has got destroyers though, so I've got to be careful about using scroll of protection, but it's mostly because of the bats. My main purpose for getting them.
You can count on me. I'll do what it takes.
Get on.
I'll do what it takes. Count me in.
You require my
Wait till you see me in action.
What is it now?
Wait till you see me in action.
Well,
I said it, guys. I'll do what it takes. See me in action.
you require my assistance?
I said, you're the boss.
Well,
Give me something to do. I'll do what it takes.
well,
Aye. Hit us, guys. Hold him away. You're the boss. Give me something to do. I said it. I'll do what it takes. Aye. You can count on me. Give me something to do. I'll do what it takes. On me.
There's gonna be some massive damage coming from these griffins soon. Now we're kicking in with some human imbalance. Super strong Tauren on the ground. Sexy ass griffins above. I don't know how you fight versus this. Other than die!
You can count on me.
Oh my god, this Goblin Tinker. 1036 health Goblin Tinker. Focus that Mountain King. Take the Mountain King down.
coming through.
In comes the storm ball.
Load him away.
So satisfactory. My turn for mass teleport.
Aye. Aye, sir. Oh, what is it?
Yep, well, if you do decide to go mass griffins, and this is kind of what I say for 4 versus 4 RT, if you know your enemy are quite likely to get bats and stuff like that, getting armor actually does help versus it, believe it or not, because it reduces the amount of damage taken. So, getting just 1 or 2 extra armor can make such a difference versus those. But if you saw versus those bats when I was over here, I had more griffins alive than I thought I was going to have. I had about 5 or 6 griffins on literally probably about 10 to 20 health each after all of those bats. And if I had just 1 less armor upgrade, that would be like 200 gold, 200 wood, just say for example. I would have lost probably about 800 to 1,000 gold worth of griffins. Let's pimp out that Tinker. The Tauren have had enough of this shit. No. I got like no gold coming in though because I gave up on that. To be fair, what you should be doing with the peasants at this stage is just send them off to the nearby gold mine. Cloak of Flames, by the way. You might not even be able to see it very easily on this Tinker, but you can actually genuinely see just around his aura here. It doesn't actually surround the tank as much, but it focuses the hero. I think that kind of looks pretty cool, actually. Because it makes sense as well, because it's his hero that's wearing the Cloak of Flames. Poor Tinker's getting a little bit bashed, though. Quick, chuck out some love for him. Keep him alive. Send the Griffins in to deal with the DPS versus that sexy Tinker. Oh, he's coming back for the Tinker. No! Tinker down! Does he need gold to get his hero back? Yes, he does. That's not enough. We need to give him the gold. Quick. Get to the tavern. I need to send the Archmage off to sell items. I think that Tinker's going to cost way too much. I should have really gone underneath 54 food thinking about it before giving that gold over. I can't give any more. How much gold does he need? Is it going to be too much for the Tinker? I don't think it's going to be enough. 35 gold. 7 gold. It's too much. Which gold mine is quicker as well? That's genuinely, I'm not even sure. This one's slightly further at the back, or this one you have to go up a hill to get to. Oh man. Couldn't do it. Now the reason why I said I should have gone underneath 54 food, so I was thinking about killing one of my griffins. Go under, or go under, well, go on to 50 or under food. Because then, believe it or not, even tax, this no upkeep affects the amount of money you get from items as well. And when you share it, gold. So, you'd actually get more money back from selling your items if you're at 50 food. Oh, you made him in the altar. It's not good enough though. Not good enough. We needed him back ASAP. Right then. Well, it was even spoken in the chat during the game there, right at the end, but the little twist there was that we were playing at 90%. That isn't obviously much of a handicap at all. It was just more for fun, just to kind of see the health values of certain units, like 198 health on the peasants and stuff like that. Just kind of looks quirky when they've got these odd numbers. Blizzard kind of do it pretty well, generally speaking, where heroes and units have fixed amount of health, but heroes always seem to have like I think like an even number. I don't think they ever have like 37 health, you know, 1037. It's always something like 1050, 1075, 2000, because of the way that strength works. Strength upgrades and stuff like that, stamina, they give you 25 health at a time, I believe. So it's always going to be like a kind of rounded off number for the most part. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you later.